Alright, back again for some more Dragon Age Origins. We're gonna find out what's on the other side of this door. Look at my bulbousy dwarf nose. Oh god, there were spiders. Many, many, many spiders, most likely. Oh, Jesus. That's definitely... Fudge is that. What is this? What the... Oh, God!
And,
Shit. I'll take you.
And I'm off.
Alright. There's a book. Journal of Enchanter Wilhelm. Damn it.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
How hard do you not suck? You still suck. You're not better than me, Enrique. I'm going to start calling you Enrique instead of Zeb. Saving right here before this gets salty.
super salty.
Super salty.
Never climbed it. Oh look, someone's come to play. You
What?
have come to play, haven't you?
Is the cat evil?
Playing a guessing game. It's better with more people.
We? Who is we?
Kitty and me, of course. You don't see anyone else here, do you? Anyway, you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting.
What?
Is Kitty a demon?
Kitty's clever. She says you want to take me back to my father, but I'm not going. She would be lonely.
You are so kind, Amalia. I would miss you dearly.
Oh,
if
God!
you left.
Was joking.
No, it usually is something fucked up in this. The cat talks?
Of course, silly.
Talking is simple enough, once you know how.
You be a dick to it
Right.
and just say meow.
What are you?
I am a cat, really. Nothing you say will convince Amalia to go with you. She loves only me now. I am her friend, while you are just a stranger.
Stranger danger?
Is this why cats are evil?
What have you
I
done?
have done nothing. I am all but powerless. The mage made sure of that, didn't he? I
What?
cannot leave this chamber. No, Amalia found me. After decades of isolation, her company is welcome.
Ah,
It seems we are at an impasse, so let me propose a compromise of sorts. Release me, mortal, and let me have the girl. Let us return to her father and leave this place forever.
You mean possess
That's
her?
such a crude way of putting it. I do not wish to harm Amalia. I merely want to see your world through her eyes. Is that so wrong?
Yes!
Yes.
Yes, it's wrong!
but Kitty wants it.
Then you reject my proposal?
Yes, I'm taking the girl to her father right now.
No, Kitty!
You will not take the child from me. She shall be mine forever.
Oh, God! Okay. What the fuck? Okay, now we're getting weird. Oh God, we killed him. We made it by the skin of our buttholes.
Than I would have liked.
That was... Oh, God damn it. Kitty, why? Oregon can level up. I want bigger magic. Caster and chance the party's weapons with frost so they can deal additional cold damage. Oh, that's interesting.
So many pictures.
Flaming weapons as well. Arcane bolts. Airship. Let's do fire weapons.
This was these guys' answer to... These guys originally made Baldur's Gate, right?
They made Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
Okay, and then they made this. Or did this come before?
No, this was well after. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were like old school games. Like it was the whole... So this is...
I wonder why Larian did the third one. Not that Larian did a bad job. They did an amazing game.
It's probably because the BioWare didn't have the rights to the series anymore. It was probably bought up. And the other thing is it's related to Dungeons & Dragons. So that was probably technically owned by Wizards of the Coast, so they probably just shopped it out to whoever wanted to make the game.
Okay.
Another battle, I see.
Got him, gang. whoop your ass.
That's
Alright.
because they didn't
What
have any
happened to
dogs.
her? Is she in there? Why hasn't she come back?
I'm sorry. She's dead.
She's dead. Oh, my poor butterfly. Thank you for finding her, at least. I'm grateful. You'll need a phrase to activate Shale. It's Doolan Han. I wouldn't want the thing, but it's obvious you can handle yourself just fine. Now, I guess I'll go.
Alright, well, let's go activate the giant golem thingy.
Golems.
Jeez. Alright. Around, we're gonna go activate a golem, and maybe he'll become our squad mate.
Is it like an intelligent golem or?
No, but it does whatever the hell you say.
Oh, okay.
That's why I have the control rod. Alright, buddy.
I don't feel like streaming tonight.
Activate!
I knew that the day would come when someone would find the control rod. And not even a mage this time. Probably stumbled across the rod by accident, I suppose. Typical.
Hello to you too?
I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
And the villagers had no idea they were being watched. Creepy.
Then one wonders that you wouldn't be grateful to the one who allowed you to stretch your legs, Gollum.
Another mage, I see. Charming. I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead?
Not all of them, no.
Some got away, then. How unfortunate.
You have a name?
Perhaps. I may have forgotten after all the years of being called Gollum. Gollum, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Gollum and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Gollum, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must. I see the control rod, yet I feel... Go on, order me to do something.
Alright, attack Alistair! Give Zephyrin a hug. Okay, give Zephyrin a hug.
I don't appreciate foreign objects invading my personal space. Well, usually.
And, nothing. I feel nothing.
Oh, he's a companion.
I
He
feel
has to
no
be.
compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is... broken?
So what now? You gotta go on a killing rampage?
Don't be ridiculous. Well, I wouldn't mind killing the birds. Those evil birds and their foul droppings. I could crush them all. I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply, what should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me?
Hadn't given it much thought.
I see. Wonderful. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
You're welcome to come with me. Excuse me. Are you going to keep calling me it?
Yes, very likely.
What do you want to do?
I watched this village for so long, unable to move or act. My memories of anything before are vague at best. So I have no idea what I want to do. I'm glad to be mobile. Is that not enough?
You're welcome to come with me.
Are you certain you want to bring that thing with us? It could be dangerous and large. Good point. Better it than me, anyhow.
He's a
I will
battering
follow
ram.
it about then. For now. I am called Shale, by the way.
I'm Farron.
This should be interesting.
Oh, nice! The Golem is our squad mate! Yes!
Woo!
He's level...
We got a new friend.
He's level 11, too. He's up there. Alright, so we're gonna toss in Alistair.
Blast it.
Bring shit. And we're gonna toss Morgan, and we're gonna bring...
Yes.
Don't care if Alistair disapproves. Alistair can suck my butt. Now let's talk to Shale and figure out what needs to... I have some questions. What's the heavy size?
Oh, that. Merely reflecting on the hopeless nature of the task in front of it. The most likely outcome is that it and its companions will become a stain on some rock for the Darkspawn to tread upon. I shall be moved to a single tear by the tragedy.
Glad to know you care, at least.
It's true. One single tear, and then it's off to the north, I think. Or maybe west. I haven't decided. What's that? Did it hear flapping wings? There may be pigeons nearby. We should be alert.
He hates birds so much. Oh god, this thing is awesome. I never played... I didn't have any of the DLC for this game, so he's a DLC character. So I've never actually interacted with him.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Those crystals in your skin?
I like to think of them as accessories.
Oh, do all golems have them?
I suspect that it is an art that was practiced when golems were more, commonplace. My former master collected whatever lore he could find on the subject. He searched far and wide to collect what crystals he could and then added them. It is not an unpleasant sensation.
So they're decorative?
As I understand it, the crystals allow me to alter the flow of magic around me. Wilhelm had hoped to turn me into a battery of mana, something he could tap at will.
Did he succeed?
Not really. Although now that I think of it, these attempts may be what caused my disruption. Some of the crystals increase the presence of mana, some absorb or reflect spells. There are various kinds. All I can promise is that should it ever find one of these crystals, I can likely tell it the function and what it would do if added to me.
Would you be willing to have more added?
Why not? I don't get to wear clothing and other adornments like the rest of you creatures after all. That answers its question, I assume? Unless it has more.
I'm told you killed your former master.
Oh, how interesting. Certainly I remember having a master. My memories of what happened to him are vague.
And what would keep you from doing... no.
Clever and true. Oh, very well. Let me see what I can recall. My former master enjoyed experimenting upon me. I remember that much. There was tinkering with spells, and then the crystals. He was very eager to alter my function, I think.
What sort of experiments?
Bah! I am no mage, and he did not explain himself to me, any more than it would explain itself to a sword. He possessed my control rod, and back then, it would have prevented me from doing anything he did not command me to, no matter how I might have wished to. So what happened? I am unsure. He was experimenting, and then... nothing.
We hit the kill me button by accident.
Oh, ho, ho. It does like to laugh, does it? But who knows? I may have such a thing. And then he was gone. I was standing where I was, in the village, and I could no longer move. The villagers came, poked and prodded me in fear, and then realized they could neither move me nor destroy me. So they simply left me. And in time, I forgot I hadn't stood there all along.
That must have been shitty.
In fact, at first I found it more of a relief. For so many years I'd had to leap to that little toadstool's every command. Get this, pick up that, put it down, pick it up again. The gall! At first I'd hoped he'd simply decided to leave me there paralyzed. An acceptable trade-off. After years passed, I simply stopped caring.
Sounds like you had a good rest.
I think I was ready to move on. Another few years and the moss would have covered my face. And then where would I have been? Whatever the mage did seemed to render the control rod useless, for which I should be thankful, yes? And provided it doesn't decide to copy his experiments, not that I would allow it, it is nothing to fear from me. Much.
Sounds good to me.
The things that it fights, and it fights things often, that is a different story. Let us get back to the walking and the fighting. My stone is beginning to itch again.
He very much approves of me now.
Ah.
No questions?
It doesn't have better things to do.
How'd you end up in harmless?
Oh yes, that I remember quite well. My former master, the mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Gollum snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it. That is where Wilhelm kept me. He wanted me out in the open where I could be frightening like a scarecrow. I was supposed to watch for thieves. Pah! Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room for me. Hag.
His wife?
Humph. I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors. So the mage had me shrunk down. Can it believe it? And she still wanted me out.
How does someone shrink a golem?
With a chisel. And a lot of nerve.
You didn't like Wilhelm.
He did love using that control rod. Fondled it so much his wife actually threatened to throw it in the lake. Ha! I would have liked to have seen that. Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it pay a great deal for it?
Not really, it was a bargain. Wilhelm's wife sold it, I believe.
Hag.
Do you remember anything before?
I traveled with the mage. He did a lot of traveling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy. And before that, No, there are only images. I was somewhere dark.
How old are you, exactly?
I have no idea. Wilhelm used to brag that the dwarves stopped making golems centuries ago. I do not age as you soft creatures do. Sadly, my memory is no better. Plus, I get bored and stop paying attention.
Thunder to like scary.
I'd have happily stomped them all into paste, and then ripped down their little houses and stomped on them, too. In fact, after 30 years of watching them, I'd do it twice. What I didn't like was being ordered to do it. Dangled in front of those frightened morons like some scary thing. Once I was a statue, it took those villagers years before they'd even approach me. The first one to actually work up the nerve to touch me urinated himself. Good. I was just about done talking about it. It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
Alright, I got a little bit more approval. What else do you have to say right now? I'm just going to try and run out your dialogue.
I had to switch to my laptop.
It
Do I sound
doesn't
okay?
have better things to
Sound
do.
fine. How did Wilhelm come to acquire you?
That part I know, as Wilhelm often bragged about it to whomever was willing to listen to him. He claimed to have found me in the deep roads. I was in the ruins of a Tig, he said, deactivated, with my control rod not far away.
What was he doing there?
It was a hobby of his, scavenging. One of the reasons he traveled so much is that he was looking for entrances into the deep roads, old places the dwarves had long forgotten. And then he would sneak down and search for magical treasure, before anyone was the wiser.
Do you know where the deep road this was?
No. That secretive bastard refused to tell me. I would ask and ask, but no. He used to say that one day, if I were compliant and didn't talk back at his wife, he would take me there and I could look around myself. Rotten, lying bastard. If I had his head in my hands now, I would squeeze it like a giant lemon. Squish.
So if he hadn't found you...
I wouldn't have had to put up with the twit, and I would be none the wiser. I don't think I was aware while I was there. Not like in the village. Or perhaps I was. Perhaps that was the dark place, and I simply couldn't see anything. How long could even I sit in the darkness and stare out at nothing, never sleeping? Oh, I do not wish to think of that.
You don't know where you were then?
I think I remember a battle. It was long before, and then there was darkness. Bah, in short, no. I do not remember why I was there. It makes no difference. On then.
Another +7 approval, inspiration. Yeah.
I've watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I've decided that it is not much like any of them.
Because I'm not human?
Oh, it's not just that. Well, I'm sure that's part of it, but it's not only that. Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings?
An exile.
Then that must be it. My experience with dwarves is limited, but obviously I need to encounter more of them. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless.
Yeah, I'll keep it to myself.
Now, let us crush something into a fine paste before it starts to think I've gone all soft. Perish the thought.
Damn it, what else do
It
you have
speaks.
to say? Alright. Do we have any other
It doesn't
questions?
have better things to do.
You're watching the village day and night for years.
I do not sleep, so yes. And I thank it for reminding me. Try to imagine, if it will, what it would be like to be surrounded by nothing but boring peasants, all oblivious to it.
Yes, that would be hard.
And then there were the birds. A whole village full of pigeons and ravens and sparrows all perching on me day in and day out.
That's a little messy.
Those foolish villagers would spread birdseed near me, drawing the birds, because they thought having birds perch on me was quaint. Quaint! If there hadn't been the occasional kind soul to scour me clean, I don't care to discuss this anymore.
Well, that was gross, but it got me standings with him. Okay, I think I'm fairly done with that, but I do want to see what he looks like in terms of... What is he? And he has his warrior perks. Oh, he has his own individual tree. Okay.
You know what I noticed?
What?
He calls himself It, right?
No, he calls me It.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, they actually did that kind of thing fine. Now
No.
I just think he's a dick.
Yeah, no, he calls all biological beings It.
Okay, because I stepped away from it to switch to the laptop, so I missed that part.
Alright, so he's my boy right now, so he's doing good. So let's see what we got here. What's my
You made
inventory?
friends.
What's my inventory look like? Yeah, I got a decent amount. I'm probably going to have to go someplace to sell this. Do I have anything on the map? Nope. Alright, so let's... Alright, so I can't do much here. I gotta go back this way, which means I probably am gonna run into something on the way out.
This has been fun to watch.
Oh, yeah, okay, there's a... What?
It's a little shrug.
Yeah, so we have... Okay, wooden base. Yeah, let's go here. Fuck it. Fly with me. Oh wow, we made it without an attack.
Here we are. Soldier's Peak. Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
I admit, you were lost a couple. Just admitted you were lost a couple times. I didn't find the path on your own.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Magic.
I wasn't lost, it's just that the map got soggy. Bah, we're here. So, I'll follow you about, from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
It means there's gonna be bitches. Okay.
But is there also going to be hoes?
We make them hoes. Hoes are trained bitches. Alright, we're gonna take our run up here and see what the hell we run into, because this is gonna look gnarly. Let's go, Pasta Man! Alright, we're getting a cutscene.
Fall back! Fall
What
back
the-
already!
What the?
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the Wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the King's advice then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
What was that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too.
It was like walking in a dream. I had the vision.
How's that possible? This place truly is haunted.
The world is full of mysteries.
Yes, Warden.
Where are these bitches? Get over here, you sons of a bitch! Oh god, there's more of them. Fudge. Crap, they got him. We got them all.
Woo!
Wake up, guys. Oh, God, no.
What about getting
Fudge. We might be, yeah, we got fucked. Damn it.
Damn.
They kept respawning. We gotta stay alive.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
Johnny 5, stay alive. Oh, thank God it's saved right here. Alright. How fucked are we gonna make this? Oh, so there's already bodies here. It's just whether or not they activate.
Can you do anything to the bodies before?
No, you can't.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess that would make it too easy.
Ancient history. Okay. History of Peak Chapter 1. Right, gave me some XP. No, so I understand what they are. So there's a finite amount of them, but they're going to activate in different... So that's one group. Now we're going to get the next group that's going to act. It's activated over there. But I'm not going to move forward with it. I might be able to get it down. Okay, they're going to come to me.
Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
He needs to have healing salves on hand. Okay, it looks like, alright, dog. Alright, they're killing the flower. Survived all that pretty good. That's not terrible, but now we're going to get another guy down here. But can we get it up here so that we get... Let's save right here, because we're I can't save
Can you get away from them to save?
Alright, here they come. I want to make sure I don't get stuck behind them. Boys are waking up. Boys are waking up. Yeah. We get it. Now I gotta go collect the loot. Alright, nothing else up here. But there's definitely a lot of bodies down here. Take that.
Going.
Chainmail. Fuck it. Take a quick peek around. What about this? Ooh. I like that. Oh, I like that crossbow. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I have a double. Save because we got past all that. Anything over here? No. Okay, looks like the only way to do it is to go inside. This is probably not going to end well.
The men's morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus.
What the fudge?
I will remind them that they're wardens. Men, I won't lie to you. The situation is grim. Our forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we are wardens! Darkspawn flee when they hear our horns. Archdemons die when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot? No! I, for one, will never give up! I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now, in these hallowed halls where generations of our brethren stood vigil against darkspawn and evil, that we send a message to that fat bastard. In this sacred place, proud men, strong men stood defiant, and would rather die than submit to tyranny.
So brave, even when starving, and my great-great-grandmother stood with them.
Indeed.
Oh, well, that's kind of you to say. Generations of Dryadens have said that our stock were lions, fierce, proud, and noble. But I've gabbed enough. Lead on, my friend.
Yeah, we can go to the next room and kill more undead things, because that's what all this is packed with, is undead things. Yeah, I'm saving before this, because I don't want to go through all that again. We're running in. Oh, God. We did it. Damn. I'm actually a little bit shocked. I didn't think we were going to get through that. That was a bitch. Okay. Let's take a quick peek around the room. See if there's anything to loot or mess around with. Oh no!
I hope I don't get blood all over it.
golem is awesome. Well, we killed them all. What's in this room? Oh, there's something over here. What is this? Chainmail gloves. Those are pieces of shit. Okay, so that was the way out. So that means this is the only other way to go. Save. There's nothing here right now. That door I can't go through. That one I can. What about this one? This one I also can. This now. No. And I can't go up the ladder.
Yes.
Screw you, fucking fire elementals.
Surely you're joking.
We got him. I tried this books. Book is badly burned. You can make a word out here and there. That is all.
The door won't hold, Archivist.
Almost done. The truth must be told.
What does it matter? We're dead.
Our grand rebellion's close. And to die here, a stillbirth.
We never should have done it. Wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by?
Another one. Rebellion? What's this about a rebellion? If only the
Everyone
book
got
weren't
murdered.
burned. We can only hope.
Maybe there are other records by. God fucking damn it. Screw you, dagger, destroy that. Nobody cares, destroy that. Nobody cares, destroy that. I hear one injury. Everybody else sucks. Yeah, what else we got over here? Oh, these guys are pretty well equipped. I'll take that in a heartbeat. I think that was all of them. Let's see here. Go up there. Save again. Going to the hole, gentlemen.
Make them pay for every inch, men!
Oh, God.
Hold the flank! Avernus, we need you!
Nelate Obrasul
Heraste's blood! What?
More Avernus! Whatever it takes!
That's not good.
Press them! Press them now!
Oh, she did.
No! I command you, fight the king's men!
So much death, suffering, and oh yes, blood. The veil is torn now. Your soul is mine, Avernus.
Acolytes, retreat now. The battle is lost.
This is why you don't summon a bunch of shit from the Fade at once in one spot.
What just happened? Oh no, more fighting.
Ah, crap. Who is that? That is a rage demon.
I'm being snarky and I was muted. I said, but it'll serve the work this time, I swear. It's like communism, it's done right.
potions on him? Come on, I gotta try it again. the fuck did I kill this guy?
You want me to look it up? How to beat him?
No.
Time for a little fundraising, I see. That second phase, the fuck's. Alright, so we're back at camp. That was a little too rough for one day, so we're gonna go talk to the boys.
Yay!
Shit, what are you doing? He's excited. I'll pet shit. Good shit. Shit is happy. Alistair?
What do you need?
I had to ask you something.
Ask away.
Never mind, there's nothing to talk to you about. God damn it. Sten, do you have any more stories?
Yes. I am hardly surprised.
He has
Very
nothing
well.
to say.
Speak then. Then I suggest we move on. As you wish.
Okay, he didn't have anything to say. Knowing Oleana cares. Ever.
Here I am.
Good answers to questions.
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Did you enjoy being a
And why not? There are many things to enjoy about being a crow in Antiva. You are respected, you are feared. The authorities go out of their way to overlook your trespasses. Even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part, well, some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
Nah, you're probably right.
I often find myself the instrument of fate, ending these lives for one necessity or another. I console myself with the notion that most of them had it coming. As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed, the pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
I enjoy violence myself.
You enjoy getting the blood flowing, whether it is yours or others? Yes, I know the type. There are many things I did not enjoy about being a crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules, oh, so many rules. But simply being an assassin, I like it just fine. I will continue to do it if I can, even if I am not a crow. Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
Don't you have other skills?
None that I wouldn't get into trouble for performing publicly. Of course, all these thoughts are moot. Chances are still good that you and I will perish, eaten by darkspawn or slain by the crows at some point. Very gruesomely, I imagine. But it is pleasant enough to chat about. Come, let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them.
+4.
Here I am. Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
What do you know about the Dalish?
I know little enough of the Dalish other than the fact that my mother was one, or so I was told. She had fallen in love with an elven woodcutter and accompanied him back to the city, leaving her clan behind for good. And there, of course, the woodcutter died of some filthy disease and my mother was forced into prostitution to pay off his debts. Oldest tale in the book.
Damn! Was the woodcutter your father?
How should I know? My mother was a whore, as you'll recall. None of the other elven boys in the whorehouse knew their fathers. I was not so unusual. I didn't know my mother either, of course. She died giving birth to me. My first victim, as it were. We were all raised communally by the whores. It was a happy enough existence, ignoring the occasional beating. Until eventually I was sold to the crows. I brought a good price, so I hear.
Sorry.
That's very kind of you to say, but it is not necessary. It could have been much worse. Shall I tell you about what happened to the other whorehouse boys who did not fetch a decent price with the crows? Surely your life has not been so idyllic. People like you and I are not the product of happy lives of contentment, after all.
You can say that again.
My original point is that my mother's Dalish nature was always a point of fascination for me. Through all the years of my crow training, the one thing of my mother's that I possessed was a pair of gloves. They were of Dalish make, I knew that much, and beautiful. I had to keep them hidden, of course, as we were not allowed such things. Eventually, they were discovered, and I never saw them again.
But you don't think of yourself as Dalish?
Not at all. I think of myself as Antivan. Still, that did not stop me from running off to join a clan when I drew near Antiva City once. Naturally, the reality did not live up at all to the fantasies I had constructed as a boy, staring at those gloves. But such is life. Come, enough talk of the Dalish. Let us move on.
Yes, more. Alright, let's take a look here. Let's take a look at our boys. Playing with the boys. Alright, so Zevran likes us. So we need to keep his up, keep going up. The Shale really likes us, so we don't have to do too much work with him. Alistair's kind of neutral still, but he's getting better. Morgan is approved. She's a +8. We can get that better though. Sten loves us. Liliana likes us as well. Alright, so we're doing pretty good with the party mates here. So that was, I think that's all for Zevran for right now. We talked to Alistair, we talked to Sten. I'm gonna sell some shit while I'm here, actually.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased.
Sell all this crap. That's not useful. check my inventory and shenanigans and stuff. Okay, that's interesting. So when you put the crystals into his attack slots, he has a couple different ones. So that's the spirit crystal, so it's different. But when you put it in his hands, if you put like fire crystals, it turns red. Huh. That's what happens. So it's a small chip. So what about a large flawed lightning crystal? Let's see what that does. Oh, that has to go in here. Okay, so there's a... So... lightning crystal. Okay. And then, let's do the fire. Which one's better? That one's better. Alright, so where's Rocky? You gotta be out of here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Yeah, see, look, we made him. His shoulders are purple now with lightning crystals, and he has red ones on his arms for fire. So that should be interesting.
Ah, I see it found some of the crystals that I told it about. Well done. So, what does it think? They don't make me look any wider, do they? I find I'm already too wide as it is.
Oh, they're quite slimming.
It must be the vertical pattern it put them in. Did it know to do that? It must have. I think it should find some more as soon as possible. I want to glitter from ear to ear, so to speak.
Alright, well, he's happy with us.
He's fabulous.
So I wonder if those... Are those just aesthetic? Or does that do anything to him? Actually curious. Plus 20 electrical resistance, and this is... Okay, yeah, so if you use this, then he gives fire damage. Okay, yeah, so they actually do stuff. So whatever one you equip to his body is the one that makes it so that he's immune to certain things. And the one that's equipped to his arms is to modify his attack. But you can only equip small ones to his arms and large ones to his body. So that's interesting. Alright, Morgan, what do you got?
Yes?
Discuss something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Let's make out.
Ah, such a romantic, I see.
Suck my dwarf dick. Yeah.
It's like when you play Baldur's Gate 3. It's
yeah. Okay, now I can actually talk to you like a normal human being after making out with you. I need to ask you
if
something.
you must.
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
You are very cute to ask so many questions.
And you're cute when you're evasive.
Really? Perhaps we should be wrapped in ribbons and adorned with flowers. So cute are we, too. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
Feel sorry for the Templars.
They came with as much swagger and arrogance as they did self-righteousness. Pity them if you wish, for they held none for us. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Flemeth used you as bait?
It was a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
What is an apostate?
You do not know. The Zealots use that word for any magic they do not control. The Chantry sees any mages not leashed to the Circle of Magi as apostates. And apostates could become Maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic and become demon-enslaved abominations. It may even be true. Still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit.
Indeed.
Thank you for small favors, then, at the very least. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
That gave me nothing, you bitch! Alright, we're looking at time. Alright, time's running right about where we wanted to, so we'll finish that off for that episode of Dragon Age Origins. See ya.